What up, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Mr. Princess, SoundCloud, SoundClick, it's your voice on 202. And I was asked to throw out some predictions for the series that's going on right now between Cleveland Indians and the New York Yankees. Now, my first prediction is that the Yankees were going to take Cleveland 2-1 in the three-game series. I have some reserve about it, but since I put it out there, that was the way I felt at the time. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. And if I'm wrong, you guys know I don't mind being wrong. But let me tell you why I said that. For one, let's bring up some facts. Now, I usually don't deal in facts too much in the numbers because I really don't like it. It skews my vision on what I think is going to happen because these numbers are put out there for everybody to be one dimensional. And when I start thinking about who's going to do what, I don't think very one dimensional. I think about a whole plethora of events that are happening, from injuries to what they have done in the past to what managers are doing, what commercials are running, on television. Who's been to the White House, who's been at a big show for the last 5 times. I think in terms of, who's in the public, who's getting divorced, whose kid just died. All of that makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? Especially in sports. Because why? Because it's all in your face. All of those stories are in your face, and not all of them are true. But nonetheless, they're there, and the media is pushing it. And you guys know that I don't watch TV. I don't listen to too much of anything when it comes to the media, save for maybe Yahoo News. And I see that because I have Yahoo. You know what I mean? I watch World Star Hip Hop a lot. So I look at media outlets on World Star, but I don't believe everything that I see. You know what I mean? I really don't. Nonetheless, excuse me for yawning. I just yawned. Did you guys just yawn because it's contagious? Any hoozle. So I put out the Indians were gonna lose 2 games and they were gonna win one. Now they just won their first game, so they have 2 more tonight and tomorrow. Now let's go into one reason why I said this about the Indians. Now let's look at this. In their division, the Yankees are number 2. They've won 70 games. The Red Sox have them right now. Okay, that's Boston, Southie. Boston has them. Okay, Boston's going through some stuff right now. And for you Celtics people, don't you be dogging Isaiah because he's still on your team. Okay, don't you be burning his jersey, silly people. All right, now let's go ahead and look at the Indians. Okay, in the American League, let's look at the Indians, and they're number 1. They're number 1 in their spot, and out of the other 5 teams, the Twins, the Royals, the Tigers, the White Sox. Now, Indians just played Boston, and they went 2-2 with Boston. I predicted that. There's a video already out on it. I said they were going to go 2-2, and that's exactly what happened. They went 2-2 with Boston. All right. Now, so when we look at these facts, we look at, okay, well, the Yankees aren't as good as Boston, okay? So why would I say that the Yankees are going to beat Boston in this series? Here's why. One of the most successful sports clubs in the world is the Yankees. They won 18 divisional titles, 40 AL pennants, American League pennants, 27 World Series championships, all of which are MLB records. Okay, now, when you look at this statement right here, for one, you can never count out New York Yankees. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. Because one year they may suck, and then next year they'll just come back and just blow your doors off. I believe that they have won the World Series more than any other team. I don't think any other team has won 27 times. And They could easily win it again this year. However, my prediction to win it this year is the Cleveland Indians. Okay, even though the LA Dodgers are in number one, they're in the number one place over everyone. They've won like 80, 83, 84 games, probably more by now. I looked at that about a week ago. So they've won more now. So they're in the 80s. Cleveland is in the 70s. The White Sox are in the 70s. And New York is at 70. Okay? So this is why I said that. This is the juggernaut team right here. Regardless of who's in first place. This is the team to beat. These are the antagonists right here. These are, am I saying it right? The antagonists? I guess so. But these are the people you love to hate. The whole ball club. You love to hate the Giants, or not the Giants, well, the Giants too, but you love to hate the Yankees because the Yankees are pretty much the most popular team in baseball, if you ask me. Why? Because everybody wants to wear that Yankee hat. I know I have, 4 or 5 of them. You know what I'm saying? And I like them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't represent the team. I just like them. You know what I'm saying? So, nonetheless, this is why I threw this prediction out here. Because look, they're still a strong team. You know what I'm saying? And they're not that far behind. 70 games to 74 games. I mean, they could easily win these last 2 games. You know what I'm saying? It could easily be done. And I think it needs to be done. Because, listen, you want to see the Giant, or I keep wanting to say the Giant. I don't know why. I'm thinking of football. You want to see the Yankees pretty much further their position this year. And the reason why you want to see that is simply because you want the Dodgers to be where they're at because they're the Cinderella teams. You want New York to be where they're at because they're the team you love to hate. These 2 positions in your mind makes you think, oh, one of these teams is going to take it. That's just how we think. This is the story that they put out there. This is the story. But yet, there's always an underdog. You know what I'm saying? And the underdog right now is Cleveland. There's always the underdog. Cleveland hasn't won since what, 1948? Last time they won 1948 and they won in 1920. Okay? Or they won in 1920 and then they won again in 1948. So put it like that to be to go along with the timeline. But nonetheless, they've only won it twice. So right now, we're looking at even Cleveland basketball. I mean, we're looking at a city of champions right now. So why not give it to Cleveland? They haven't won in 50 years or whatever, or more. Why not give it to Cleveland? Why not let Cleveland win? You know what I mean? So this is just what I'm thinking. I think the LA Dodgers are going to fumble. They're going to fumble. They're going to crumble under pressure. This is what I think. Under pressure. Eddie Mercury. I think they're going to crumble under pressure. That's what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to all fall down for them. I think the battle between Cleveland and New York, this is important, but nonetheless, I think we're going to see these 2 go at it again. And I could be wrong. I don't mind being wrong. What I'm just trying to tell you people is, you don't just look at the schedules. Don't just look at the numbers. Think about the stories that are pushed in front of your face. Look how Hollywood sports are now. Look how Hollywood everything is now. Everything is a story. It's a big story. And once you start looking at the stories, you know what I mean? Look at the ticket sales that go along with the story. You'd be like, do I want to see LA win right now? They're cleaning everybody's clock. Would that be a huge story? That LA just did so great and came out of nowhere and, they just won. Even though they're touted to win right now, would that be a great story? Or would it be a better story that Cleveland Indians win and Cleveland Cavaliers win in the same year? What would be a bigger story? It's your boy Tone 202. You guys got to stay focused. You got to read between the lines. You got to clean up the MRSA. You know what I mean? You got to bro up. You know what I'm saying? You got to look around. Look at every angle that you can. And even if I'm wrong, Cleveland Indians are still doing great. So to me, they're still, champions. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. So that's why I'm saying New York might beat them 2 games. Now, if it doesn't happen, it's no big deal. Okay? I'm just a guy who throws out predictions and tells you why I feel the way I do. Even if I'm wrong. It's always fun. It's your boy Tone 202. You guys stay blessed. God loves you.